is we're going to say to the states and the territories, it's your obligation to build a national coordinated transportation infrastructure. This is a brand new idea from some of the right-wing think tanks. Make the states do it. How's that going to work? Well, actually, it's not a new idea. We tried it once before. Actually, we tried it by default until we had the Eisenhower plan, Republican president, to build a national highway system. This was the net result of devolution. Kansas, Oklahoma. You build it, we'll build it. Oops, well, Kansas built it. What's this? Oh, that is the state line. This is Oklahoma. Sorry, we don't have the money to build and continue that beautiful new freeway, 1956. And for 3 years, cars crashed through a wooden barrier they built at the end at the state line into Amos Schweitzer's farm field, until we had a national transportation plan from a Republican president funded by a user fee, a gas tax, to build out the system nationwide. And then it was Ronald Reagan who said, wait a minute, we can't just have highways. We need to have transit to serve our nation's largest cities and our hubs. So we added in transit into this. So that's all well and good. We built a system that was the envy of the world 40 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe even 25 years ago. Since then, it's been crumbling with neglect. We haven't raised the federal gas tax since 1993. 140,000 bridges need repair replacement, $100 billion backlog in transit just to build out to a state of good repair for what we have, not even give people new transit options to get out of the congestion and the traffic. We're wasting billions of dollars a year, wasting fuel, people sitting in gridlock all around the country. They're damaging their cars through potholes, and they don't have the transit options that were promised to them. So what's going on? Well, it seems like the Republicans love to talk about it. Oh, they just love to talk about infrastructure. Everybody loves to talk about it. We're going to fill those potholes. We're going to build those bridges. We're going to take care of you. But they refuse to fund it. That's the bottom line. We need to fund an ambitious new national infrastructure plan. Transit, roads, bridges, highways, harbors and ports, wastewater, clean water. The list goes on and on and on. You can't be a great nation if your people are mired in gridlock, if your roads are potholed, if your harbors are silted in, if your jetties are failing, if your wastewater systems are 50 years old and can't take any new capacity and actually are polluting our rivers, and clean water is not available to people in some of the largest cities in the United States of America. Where is the federal partner? There is no federal partner with the Republicans in charge. Let the states do it. Let's devolve this obligation to the states. That's their solution. The states should pay for it. Well, it didn't work in the 50s. How the heck is that going to work in the 21st century? Even if, like, one state decides now to, increase capacity to move freight, say California wants to move all the freight that comes into Los Angeles out of California to the rest of the nation where it's going, and bring the goods in to export from there. How is that going to work when you get to the Nevada state line and there's a 2-lane road or no road on the other side? This is an abject failure, and it's time for Congress to act. If the Republicans won't act, maybe we need to replace them with a party that will act to rebuild America and make us competitive in the world for the 21st century. Not devolution. We need a federal partnership. We need federal investment. We need a coordinated 21st century national transportation system. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Fitzpatrick, for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, it is my honor to recognize an educator in my district who is making a lasting difference in the lives of Bucks County students. Rebecca Oberthorn of Penwood Middle School in Lower Makefield was recently named the winner of the Exalta All-Pro Teacher of the Year Award For this distinction, Rebecca has secured $7,000 for Penwood to be used on materials that promote STEM education and opportunities for students. This program, which is in collaboration with the Philadelphia Eagles, honored Rebecca due to her dedication in the classroom, along with her work on the board of directors at Silver